Hey there, this is for Gemini. Hey Gemini, for those of you in a twin flame connection, and welcome also cross watchers if your counterpart is a Gemini. It could be a sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign. If you're not sure what your other signs are, your moon sign, rising sign, and Venus sign, you can go to astro.com or Cafe Astrology. It's free. You'll need your time of birth and date of birth and place of birth. For those of you who are new to the Twin Flame journey or just want to know more about it, I'm doing a series on Instagram at Candy Wishman. That's where you can find me. Otherwise, take what resonates, leave the rest. It's a collective reading, so it may not resonate with all Gemini, and only part of the message might be for you. But if it's helped you in any way, please like, share, comment, and or subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. All right, so let's take a look here at what is going on in this weekly check-in for those Gemini who are in a twin flame connection. So, what is on the surface of the connection this week for Gemini in a twin flame? What is on the surface? Oh, there's a whole bunch apparently. Am I not surprised, Gemini? Ooh. Okay, so we got the King of Wands. So this is, this is all about knowing what you want, knowing how to get it, not taking no for an answer, but, really being passionate in your endeavor. So I feel like there's some clarity that's gone on in the connection this week. All right, let's take a look at what's hidden or subconscious in the connection for those Gemini who are in a twin flame connection. What is hidden or subconscious? Interesting. That's really cool. So this is the single ladies card, and I swear I say this every time it comes out, but this happens. I hear all the single ladies by Beyonce. And honestly, I feel like this is all about finding your sense of individuality and stepping into that independence that it brings. And it's sort of like she doesn't care if people think she's weird talking to her bird. Look at all her pentacles. Look at all that abundance coming from her. It doesn't matter. Okay. But those are very two supporting energies, so that's pretty awesome. All right, so what direction is the connection moving to for Gemini in a twin flame connection? What direction is it? Okay, so this is the Two of Swords, and this is kind of like a stalemate. The energy I get from it is sort of like a sense of blindness, but it's not, I don't know if you guys can see my flames. My flames kind of do wild things. Like that flame is so long over there on the purple one. Look at the silver one. Anyways, probably not important, but I thought I'd show, might mean something to somebody. Anyway, so it's not a sense I feel of, it's a sense of purposeful blindness. Like usually the Two of Swords is like, I'm choosing to be blind. I could put down my swords, I could put down my words and take my blindfold off, but I feel like maybe the direction of the connection is moving into a state of blindness in order to develop other senses. Maybe we'll get more on that. So what is being released from the connection this week for those Gemini in a twin flame connection? What is being released energetically from the connection? Oh, this is kind of good. This is the Patience card. This is the sowing your seeds, determining if it's worth the effort or not. So I feel like the need to be, like the constantly being asked to be patient is releasing, but also the concept that you're like, I feel like you've been wondering if it's even worth it. And I feel like you'll have an epiphany with that this week, Gemini. So where's the connection moving to this week for those of you who are Gemini in a twin flame connection? Oh, I love that. Two of Cups, baby. This is a romance card. This is two people coming to the table with two full cups. It's also about appreciating opposition, like appreciating differences in others. And I feel like with the twin flame connection, that's really what unconditional love is about. So I feel like that's a really good place for the connection to be moving into at the end of the week. What that means, I don't know. I'm told I'm never allowed to say specifically if there will be communication, because that creates expectation, and expectation is the killer of joy, and joy brings your connection in. So you see what kind of loop we're on here? Sorry, I had to let my kitty cat out. Sorry. Okay. All right. So on the bottom of the deck, yeah. Wow. Oh, Gemini. Okay. Gemini. So we have the Devil, and this is about attachment, and this is about, I feel like there's a need for appearances. So do things need to look and be a certain way in order for you to appreciate them? I feel like this is an appearance. I'm getting that it's about appearances. I feel like you're going to be put into a place where you have to be honest and insightful with yourself. You have a lot of supportive energies that are going to get you there, but there's been there's a lot of mental struggle here, and being that you're an air or mental sign, that makes sense. This could be, so what I'm getting more from this is, I feel like maybe you were raised under the impression that things have to look and be a certain way. And perhaps it could be the words of your mother, words of a female mentor, someone that made you believe or think things had to be a certain way, or people had to look a certain way, or what have you. And I feel like you've had a lot of tower moments in regards to that, where the universe has showed you otherwise, and it's sort of like a tear down, rebuild of your belief system. And I'm not getting that this is necessarily going to happen this week. I feel like Spirit is just confirming that this is something that you've, I am freaking out over my candles right now, you guys. This is more like just Spirit's affirmation. I'm just going to show you them. Look at them. I don't even know, like, look at how long that wick is. Anyways, Spirit is just confirming that it recognizes that you've gone through this, and just to be very proud of yourself for recognizing those things, because this is getting you into this state of individuality where you can look and be however you want to be, and you know you'll be abundant regardless of what people will think. And then, let me just bring that up a little bit. So I feel like that's a great place for you to be in, Gemini, because this underlying energy of being this independent individual, loving yourself energy, you're going to step into a very powerful empowerment of, I know what I want and I know how to get it now, because I'm not worried about what anybody else is thinking or worrying about. It's going to set up the stage for you, though, to sort of start working with your other senses. They could be clairvoyant senses, they could be your intuition. The direction of the connection is going to go in, you're going to be blind to very 3D linear things. You're going to be blocked out so that you can trust your intuition. But it's going to allow you to release, it's going to allow you to trust your knowing that this is worthwhile, and it's going to get you into a place of love. So that's an awesome week for you this week, Gemini. Okay, so let's see what the Divine Masculine's higher self and the Divine Feminine's higher selves have to say to the Gemini in the Twin Flame collective collection. We're like collection items. Awfully jumpy today. That's alright, I kind of like when that happens. Okay. Ooh, right? Yeah. So, hopefully I'll see these okay. So the Divine Masculine is saying, this has a lot to do with this need for appearances that's coming up, and the cold, hard words of somebody who made you feel like you had to be a certain way. So this could be twofold, Gemini. This could be that your Divine Masculine felt that he had to be a certain way, and he's feeling a lot of guilt over that. Maybe he walked away from you because he didn't think you'd be accepted by the people in his life, because you're not what what people expect him to be with. Or you felt, or one of you felt, it could be either way. I shouldn't say that. It shouldn't be like divine feminine, the divine masculine left you. It could go either way. The energy's interchangeable. Or that you could be divine masculine or divine feminine, that you felt you needed to wear a mask. And so the guilt that is being owned by both of you, because one counterpart feels guilty because they feel you had to be that way around them and they didn't give you the space to be yourself, or two, you feel guilty because you didn't trust them enough to be yourself with them. And what I'm hearing is, like it says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist my soul's growth. And truly, you've done that with this tower work, with recognizing where that sense of needing to be and look a certain way. You're starting to recognize that, and you're going to release the guilt that came with that, because that's not your narrative, and it wasn't something that it was something you were raised to believe, and that those weren't your beliefs, and you're now discovering your own beliefs, so you're in a much better place with that. Okay, so from the divine, we get this a lot. So your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path and health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So what I'm hearing here is that she's saying that there's something about the physicality of the two of you. Either you're really opposites physically, or you wouldn't normally be attracted to each other because of how you physically look, or you're not physically each other's type, or something like that. So it's just, again, acknowledging this thing where personality-wise you felt you had to be a certain way because you didn't think you were good enough, or you didn't think you would be enough, or whatever. And then here we have a sense of your physical self. But I have to tell you, and I struggle with this too, is that when it comes to divine union and the divine connection, it doesn't matter if you're their type or they're your type. That instant soul connection just takes things to a whole other level, and you don't have to worry about it. But it's sort of like, I just feel like this is an opposition card, like, cultural backgrounds. This is like, because in the twin flame connection, there's always like some sort of opposition, right? There's always, age gap or obstacles to overcome. And this is the obstacle card for me, so that's where it comes from. So I feel, though, that you're moving into a space this week where you're going to just embrace all of you, and that's just going to take things to a whole new level for you, Gemini. So be your peace, love yourself, share your light, and have an amazing week.